So we got that one out, and then we have to take out that one, I believe. Let's see how I'm going to put this one on. So I'm just taking out the shocks right now, which is this whole assembly right here. Basically what I'm going to do is that you have to remove 2 bolts, which is one's right here and then one's in the back right there. You remove that one, and then you remove the cables, and then theoretically this one should just come out. So I'm going to do that right now. Unfortunately I cannot hold the camera, but I'll try to record it as much as possible. Basically what I did right here was that you have this part right here, which is the bolt that goes inside here. I mean, you get the idea. And then the stud, whatever this is called, goes right here. And as you can see, the Milwaukee is doing a very great job right now. I have one more bolt right over here, and then theoretically this one will come out, okay? Oh, if you want to know, the bolt will be located, so you can find it. The bolt will be right over here. So the bolt was right here. Now the bolt will be right over here. Alright, so after you take out the bolts from one right here, and then one on the other side right here, and this one for a total of 3 bolts to come out, you're ready to go to the strut mount and remove the strut bolts that hold this one on together, and theoretically this one should just come out, okay? So for this one right here, I'm not going to use the impact to take these out because simply I believe that the metal is a little bit softer than it used to be. This one is only put down at 17 foot-pounds, so it should be easy to take off relatively. So it's best not to use the impact on these bolts right here. So after removing the nuts right over here, we're going to go ahead and remove these 2 lines right here. This one I believe is the ABS or whatever it is, I'm not sure. And then you can take out this brake line too. It's just connected right there, and then from the looks of it, this one should just fall out. Alright, so after wrestling with the strut towers right here, so you're going to pull it out. What I did was that since the assembly was right here, it was mated on it, I took a flathead and just pried it out, and then it just popped everything out. The only issue is that this whole brake system fell down. It doesn't damage the brake lines, but what I recommend is using zip ties and possibly something to hold it right here. I know this isn't the best thing to use, but this is the only thing I had. The zip ties wouldn't cut it, it wouldn't hold the entire thing, so I'm just going to use this one here, and then it seems to be working right now, so that takes up the entire weight of it. So now, since we have this one out, you can see how it all looks like right here. Those 2 bottom holes hold the bolts that is attached there, and then this one right here is attached to where the zip ties are. Those are the only bolts that holds the entire thing, the whole assembly. And then those 2 right here uses it. The bigger one is the brake lines, and the smaller one is the ABS. And then after you take it out, you just have this entire assembly. So you do the same process on the other side, and then you should be ready to go. Alright, so once you have those out right here, have assemblies on either side, I'll show you how I'm going to disassemble it and then reuse some parts of it, and then I'm going to get a new strut housing. It's coming in today, and I'll show you a review on that, see how it works. But for now, this is how you take apart the strut, or the strut assembly from the car, and then the next video will be about assembling it with parts that is not from BMW. It is aftermarket because eventually I'm going to sell this car again. You know, I don't want to spend too much money fixing it, but eventually I'll show you that video, and then hopefully you find this video informative. Thank you.